Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you once again that you are tuning in and watching this video. I'm here back with part number 2 of forgiveness, and I just wanted to say really quickly, I'm no way a teacher and or a preacher, but one of the reasons why I share the stories about my life and what God is doing in my life is I just want to encourage someone out there. Maybe you're going through the same thing, and maybe this will be somehow somewhat helpful to you. So to start off, once again, I will be talking about forgiveness, and I'll be talking about forgiving yourself. And some of you might disagree with me right away, like forgiving yourself. What are you talking about? But for me, forgiving myself was one of the toughest things that I ever had to do. And in the beginning, it felt like a mountain Everest. And I'm just like, how do I conquer this? How do I deal with this? How do I do this? And what do I do? And I just wanted to start off with a story. So it was my very first relationship, and I dated a guy who was a very nice guy. Um, but at that time I was very immature, ignorant, broken, and unaware of that I was all of the above. Yes, I got it right. And that relationship didn't work out. It ended, and as time started passing by, I just kind of started noticing, and back in my head when the relationship ended, I was like, it was him. He just needs to work on some things, and didn't really have the time to look at myself and who I was. And the God started opening my eyes and to see who I was, and it was shocking. Like those days when you wake up after like a flu and you look in the mirror and you're like, wait, what? Oof. Yikes. That was me. God started showing me like who I was, the person I was, and I'm like, wait, it's not me. No, that's not me. I am perfect. I am wonderful. Yeah, it was sad. And so I just remember those moments when God just kind of started showing me like just the person I was, and it was just it was scary to me because I'm like, there's two mindsets that I kind of try to live by is love other people and be kind, just like Jesus was, so people will see Jesus in you. And I was like, wait, I wasn't that person. What? And then the second thing, it was just like, wait, I wasn't that open-minded. What? And it was just sad to me because I kind of, I was all of that I never wanted to be. And it was just hard for me to let it go. I was like, I can't believe that was me. Like, how could I not even notice it, that I was that, I was this, I was that. And I had so much bitterness towards myself. I was like, how could I do this? Like, what? And it was just really hard for me to let it go. And the first thing I wanted to do is just to make sure I'll let the guy that I dated, let him know like, hey, I'm very sorry. I never knew I was that, and I let him know. But he said he forgave me, and as time went by, it just, to me, I think for like probably around a year, I was just a lot in my head, and I'm just like, I can't believe. And now looking back, I think it was a good time for me. I'm sure it was a good time for me because it showed me who I was and how much I needed Jesus, and how desperately that I'm not this perfect girl who loves people, and that it was the opposite of it. I was very, very selfish, and I was just getting from people what I wanted, and it was scary to me. I was like, no, that's not me, but reality was different. So I wanted to share a few things that helped me to deal with it and to overcome and to see myself the way God sees me. And Number one, it was release the negativity. And what I did throughout that time is whenever I would be like, I can't believe I was the person, and just, I can, and just, I was bitter and angry, I would just get on my knees, sometimes not right away, but I was just, whatever I'm doing, and just like talk to God, like, God, I can't believe, like, it's, this mountain seems so big, I don't know if I can ever feel differently about myself. And I would just pray and talk to God about it. And once again, it's a process, and it took me about a year to kind of fully forgive myself. And number two is accept the unacceptable. And I actually added this to like my life philosophy, and I say it is what it is. Like, some things, it is what it is. Like, it's done, you did it, you can't go back, you can't change it, you were the person you were, and just, it is what it is. Move on, go on, life goes on, life is beautiful. And yeah, number two, it is what it is. Number three, learn your lesson. And I'm a really big on journaling. Like, I have probably, I don't know if you see a stack over there. I have like 5 journals for different things. Like, one of them is like writing my thoughts. Da, 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 da. One of them is like prayer. No, 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 no. And then other one is like my feelings. I literally probably have a journal for everything. But to be honest, they're really, really good. It just helps you to kind of see things from a different perspective. And I don't know where I was going with learn. Oh yeah, number three. I get carried away with my journals. Learn your lesson. And I remember now. I think I was saying that, like, I would write. I literally took notes on like the lessons that I learned. I was like, I learned this, I learned that, I learned this, and it was just. I mean, honestly, sometimes I look back, like I open the journal and I read and like, dang, wow, those are really cool lessons. And number four is learn. No, I already said learn your lesson. Move forward. Hey, life goes on, and it's very easily said than done. Maybe for some people they are like that. Like, they're just like, oh, move on. But I would say for me, it was very, very hard to move on. I think it was my pride. I was like, oh, how? I'm a nice person. Like, why? So I think the pride was in a way, and it really took me a long time to like accept that, hey, that I was that person, and it just, there's nothing you can do to change that, and just move, just like get on the train and go forward. And number five is self-compassion. And self-compassion is just be patient with yourself. And as you can tell by the earlier videos that I made, is I talk a lot about process, and some things takes time. It's going to be a process. For some people who are very self-aware and they're really good with dealing with emotions, and they're just like boom 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 boom, and in a month two they're like over themselves, and they're more like they carry on with their life. And I think for me, once again, it was because of the pride and not being aware of a lot of things that I had inside of me. It took me a very long time, but once again, self-compassion. And through that time, I learned being nice to yourself, and just like, hey, I'm a human. Only God is perfect. I'm not perfect. I will fail people. I will disappoint people, and not intentionally. And but what I can do is just try my best, be kind, be like Jesus, and love upon other people. And if I do make mistakes, just be nice to yourself. Like, I'll be nice to myself. And yeah, this is it. And I just wanted to say, I think I said it like 10 times, but I'm gonna say the 11th time. It's a process. Like, don't be mean to yourself, be nice to yourself. And I pray that God will give you strength, and take one day at a time, and pray and read Bible. Those are just the best ingredients of healing and forgiving yourself. Read Bible. And another thing is that when you forgive yourself, God opens up your heart, and to love and to see other people from a different perspective. And but it's a story for another time. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.